Greetings, everyone. As we finish this learning unit, I wanted to provide you with a wrap up and discuss a little bit about the importance of building rapport and setting clear expectations. As you can imagine, this is a very important aspect in creating a positive learning environment. What happens, however, in many instances, is we become so absorbed as teachers in our classroom management, our classroom rules, our lesson planning, and our teaching agenda that we become blinded, which prevents us from being able to realize the level of trust our students have in us or lack of trust. To illustrate this, I'd like to quote a story from the book The Speed of Light by Stephen Covey. In his book, Covey discusses having a meeting with employees of a business that his company is taking over. He prepared his notes, his talking points, delivered his speech, and left the meeting feeling that everything went great. As teachers, we can follow this same pattern. As we prepare our lessons and our lectures, we enter class to deliver what we had prepared, then we leave feeling like everything went great. In Covey's situation, he immediately began hearing resistance, dissatisfaction, and confusion. So what went wrong? As he later tells, he realized he made the meeting about himself, which resulted in his losing the trust of his employees. Upon realizing this, he scheduled a new meeting where he allowed everyone to voice their concerns and their questions. He was able to then establish a positive rapport with the employees while communicating clear expectations into how the takeover would affect and impact them each individually. In the classroom, it's just as important to build a good rapport with your students. Here are a few steps that can assist you along the way. Talk straight. Be honest in what you say to your students and in what you expect. Demonstrate respect. We all remember the golden rule. Treat others as you yourself would like to be treated. Same thing happens with your students. Be respectful. Guided learning. Help your students make connections with instructional content. Students are just like adults. They want to understand why what they're having to learn is important. How are they going to use this in their life? Help them make those connections. And don't assume that they understand everything that you put out there. Ask questions. Help guide them in their learning. Listen first. Listen to what your students say and don't say. What they don't say is just as important. Watch their body language. If you see them looking confused, stop. Follow up. Be humble. When a student asks you a question that you don't know the answer to, admit that you don't know it. Turn this into a learning situation. Turn it into assignment. As a group, as a class, let's look up this answer together. And be prepared to reteach. Even though you work hard on your lessons, the way that you prepare your lessons and the way that you deliver it may not be in a way that is understandable to your students. So always be prepared to reteach a lesson. And finally, celebrate the small victories. It's easy when you're going through papers and you have a lot to do to get drowned in the red ink. Find the small improvements that students make. Recognize them, celebrate them for those small students, and use that as a foundation to build upon. And be caring. Let your students know that you care about their success. I hope this has been enjoyable for you and it's been a good learning experience, and I look forward to reading more of your assignments down the road. This is Dr. Randy Jackson. Bye-bye.